Hey guys, Shakarez here, and today I'm bringing you Skarner gameplay with new Skarner from patch 4.2. Now, this was something I decided to do because, well, Skarner is one of my main champions, and yeah, it's one of my favorite champions to play. I play him a lot, and I immediately started playing him in ranked after the rework came out, and I figured out builds. I think most of the stuff is the same, just your playstyle has changed. But I still think he's a strong jungler, maybe not as strong as Elise, Vi, Lee Sin, all those top tier junglers, but he's still pretty decent. So right now here I start with my red clear, finish my red, go wolves. I wanted to stay close to my blue. I ward my blue because I'm versus Shaco, and I'm kind of scared that he can invade me. So yeah, take my wolves, pull my blue to the brush in case he has a ward there or something. He didn't, but whatever. Oh, and actually let me change Fog of War to blue side so it actually becomes somewhat more real. So right here I'm just waiting on the gank. I cannot gank through river because Renekton actually warded. And I was waiting here and nothing happened, and Lee Sin almost died. So I had to stay in lane. So he just backs, I stay in lane, and I start looking at Renekton's health and the fact that I have double buff, and I think, well, I could kill this guy. So I'm just farming up, and then all of a sudden I actually start doing some damage to him, as you can see here. And right here I decide, yeah, I'm going in, fuck it. So right there, flash Q, and I get killed by Shaco, but luckily my red had already ran out, so he only got the reset on the blue buff. And Lee Sin gets a ton of extra XP that Renekton is not going to get because he just died, with the lane in a good stage for him to farm. So yeah, so come back into the shop. You can notice that I bought a longsword, 2 health potions, 2 mana potions, and a spirit stone. Now, talking a bit more about Skarner's build. My usual Skarner build, and I should put this faster. My usual Skarner build is Spirit of the Elder Lizard into Glacial Shroud, and then if stuff is going well, I'll buy my Iceborne Gauntlet. If I'm behind, I might get a Spectral Scowl if I need the MR, and then I'll finish my Iceborne Gauntlet, obviously tier 1 boots somewhere in between there. Then boots, they really depend on the game, but after Spirit of the Elder Lizard and Iceborne Gauntlet, I usually go full tank with items like Spirit Visage, Randuin's Omen, Sunfire Cape, Thornmail, you know the deal. So yeah, that's the build, and I actually have a video which will be on Foxdrop's channel about this. Oh yeah, this gank. Need to talk a bit about this gank. Sorry guys. I was going a bit too fast. So back into the action. I think I'm going to gank, and I'm not going for Ezreal because Ezreal has Arcane Shift. He still had Flash, probably. So I'm just going on Thresh. Thresh actually didn't have Flash. Neither did Ezreal, but not that it matters. And I let Ashe get the kill. And right here, 8 minutes. I know that Shaco started red because of his positioning in the early game, trying to steal my blue. So 8 minutes, I just ward to see if he's coming. I see him top, and I take the blue. Meanwhile, top is dead, so I decide to Dragon, which is a bit risky since we didn't have Smite. But we overall do well. Ezreal didn't try to snipe us. So yeah, my build, Elder Lizard, Iceborne Gauntlet, and then full tank. If you want an extra tanky item, you can go for extra damage item. You can go for either Wit's End or Blade of Druid King. And there, right there, my blue was stolen. Nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, I'm versus Shaco, and he was top, and I was bot, so I stole his, he stole mine. It's still a pretty good trade for me. So yeah, now here, 10 minutes, I come to cover mid lane because Kassadin died, and a wild Shaco appears. And I flash the Zigzult, and I grab Shaco. He takes the turret aggro, easy kill. And Ziggs could have died much easier, with much more ease here if it wasn't for the Shaco clone, but we still get him. Kassadin gets an extra kill. I go back to farming. And as for runes and masteries, I'm running 80 marks, armor seals. I think I'm running... I'm not sure if I'm running AP. I usually run 6 cooldown glyphs and 3 magic resist per level glyphs, but I might be running full magic resist here. I'm pretty sure I'm running full magic resist this time. And movement speed quints, so attack damage marks, armor seals, magic resist per level glyphs, and movement speed quints. Now, attack damage on Skarner is better than attack speed on Skarner, because your clear time is pretty much the same. Your Q is gives you an attack speed story now. So yeah, overall you're better off with the AD, better for dueling, better for fighting, the same for jungle clearing. And yeah, I jumped it again. So right here, you see Kassadin coming on the minimap, right? And Kassadin's pretty fast, so I'm already pinging Renekton, and I'm trying to get a good position. I'm trying to get him closer, and I finally do get him closer, and we grab the kill. Then we also go after Ziggs. I dodged the Ashe arrow because I thought it was from the enemy. I forgot I had Ashe on my team. They dive for the kill. Zyra dies, but she kills Ziggs. Something like that. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, there we go. She dies, but Kassadin gets a kill. So Kassadin's getting pretty fed, which is a real problem for the enemy team, actually. I don't know how Kassadin got through the bans, but it happens once in a while. But yeah, talking a bit more about my setup. So runes I've already told you. Masteries I'm running 5-22-3. Now the masteries I get, I'll put a link in the description, but basically I get cooldown reduction and extra damage on offense, and I get movement speed on utility, and then the other points are cookie cutter points, defense points for tanks. So yeah. Now then. Talking a bit more about Skarner's new kit, and if I can show it here, oops, give me a sec. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so it has the tooltip here. So as you can see, the Crystal Slash now it still deals physical damage, but it gives you attack speed. So the attack speed was moved from W to Q, which is actually good. Because the movement speed on W was the attack speed on W was pretty bad, because when your shield broke or ran out, you'd lose the attack speed, and now you don't because you can keep it up while jungle clearing. So this is a really good thing. And now bot here is overextending, so we go for the kills, and we completely change CC Ezreal. My ult was kind of unnecessary, but I didn't want him to run. And then right here, Zyra gets grabbed, and she gets bombed by Ziggs. Now, I'm after Thresh, and I am going to get this kill. It doesn't matter if I die, I do want this kill 100%, so... He doesn't... Oh yeah, he does die. And now I'm going to try to juke Ziggs. I juke the first bomb. Pretty good. I juke the second bomb. Pretty good. Use my ranged slow, and I get bombed on the head with a bomb. But at least Shaco didn't get the assist, because he was coming. Now then, I explained Q. Could we go back to me, please? Sorry. Okay, back to me. Okay, they don't let me go back to me when I'm dead. Oh, and I finished my Elder Lizard, I bought Mobies, and I already have my Glacial Shot. The reason why I have Mobies this game is because I'm versus Shaco, and Shaco's very mobile, and I want to be able to keep up with his pace, and be able to be everywhere like he usually is. Oh, and big fight going up there. Basically, Kassadin getting fed. Oh yeah, and then I come in, find the real Shaco, you're dead. Anyways, so Q now has the attack speed buff, which is pretty good, pretty reliable tool for clearing and for fighting, means you won't lose the attack speed buff. Now your W, your shield, is pretty much the same, but the AP ratio is actually increased, so if you build AP on Skarner, you'll actually feel a stronger shield. And the movement speed now ramps up instead of being constant. So it ramps up over 3 seconds, and then it's maxed up for 3 seconds. So that's pretty... it's weird, but you'll get used to it. But the overall movement speed is now better. So you are a faster Scorpion, and you are a tankier Scorpion because the cooldown is reduced. On to Fracture. Fracture used to do that heal thingy. It no longer does that. It does this kind of, it's a ranged slow that slows the enemy for 2.5 seconds. So it's pretty decent too. And right here I'm coming back bot because I asked them to bait it and they did pretty well. And again, I'm not going to use my CC. I have red buff and Ashe has a permaslow on her Q. So we just let her take the kill. And right here I'm going around and I find a special bomber. So yeah, I'm going to kill Ziggs. I'm going to grab him immediately so he can't use his kit too well. He does still kill Zyra. Ashe kills Ezreal. And now Ziggs is a free kill for me. So there we go. And then Renekton comes here out of nowhere. But he's not going to catch me because I have Moby Boots. So I just need my Moby Boots to actually kick in. And voila, 105 extra move speed. He's not catching me. And my move speed quins and my movement speed, utility stuff. And right here, this is pretty good kiting by Ashe. Thought I'd show it. Pretty well played there. And back to me. There we go. Finished my Iceborne Gauntlet. So my core is done. And now I'll look to build some resistances or some health. Now, since Ziggs isn't doing too much damage, I'm just going to build armor and just neglect completely the magic resist because I don't feel like I need it. So right here I find Ezreal, and this is where the Iceborne Gauntlet is really important because you don't have your permaslow in your Q. And I almost kill him, but Kassadin is ready, and he kills him. And I'm going in, I don't care, because I know Kassadin can come in, so Kassadin goes in, takes all that damage. I'm taking turret shots, but then he takes the last turret shots, dies, but he got a triple kill, so that's pretty good. He's also out farming Ziggs, which is kind of weird. That shouldn't be happening. And right here, Shaco wants to go on Zyra, but that's not going to happen. And you see that I have a pretty much amazing damage. Like, my damage is over the top, and I only have like 2 offensive items. If you even count Iceborne as offensive, well, you have the Sheen, but it's not as offensive as Trinity Force. So yeah, doing pretty decent, 729. The ult is pretty much the same on Skarner, and the Fracture now does the slow. So you lost the permaslow, and the permaslow was one of the coolest things on Skarner that he lost, but if you build IG, you still have that same effect. Unfortunately, it's not quite the same thing, but I still think the Scorpion is a pretty good jungler. Now, right here, I knew Ezreal was going through the Dragon Pit. He warded, I'm hiding, so he comes in and he's dead. No way he's going to win that. And Ashe gets another kill. She's now godlike, 9-3. Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, pretty good. And what else to say about Skarner? Yeah, so you're better at ganking, at gap closing, because your W is better and your E is arranged slow. But your problem after gap closing is sticking onto the target. So that's why you need Iceborne Gauntlet. And in a way, Skarner's ganks are now stronger, pre-6, and in a way they're weaker. So as I explained, if you can close the gap, and if you have follow-up CC on your lane, you can easily just chain CC someone to death. Whereas before you couldn't because you had to get in range to spam your Q. The problem is if you're ganking lanes like Nidalee that don't have CC, it gets pretty problematic because you don't have anything to kill them with. So right here we're trying to siege. We don't really have a good siege comp. We're just roaming around. Kassadin can just run. He flashes there to avoid the Ziggs bomb. We lose it. Oh yeah, Ashe gets the dragon. I think Ashe stole the dragon from Shaco, which was pretty cool. And I'm trying to grab someone constantly. So if I can grab Ezreal, that's a win. If I can grab Ziggs, that's a win. So Ziggs is obviously easier to grab than Ezreal, but nonetheless, any target is good. So Ashe fails her arrow there. Lee Sin gets caught by Shaco and Ziggs, and I immediately go for Ziggs. So I'm going to murder Ziggs completely. Ashe dies because she was way out of position. And now I'm coming back down to help Zyra, who dies to Ezreal. But luckily, Mr. Cleanup Crew Kassadin is here, and we kill him. So right now we're pretty much ahead. We're pretty much going to win this game. 10k gold ahead. I'm going back. I'm going to finish my Randu in Zoman in a sec, when I actually can back. Nothing's happening here. So I buy my Randuins, and I buy... where is it? A Vamp Scepter. So I'm going for the Blade of Drain King. I know I'm ahead. I know that Ziggs doesn't do much damage, especially if I grab him. He can't pull out his combo, so I'm not too scared of Ziggs. And yeah, I'm going for the Blade of Drain King because I wanted to try it out. I didn't get to complete it this game, but I have completed it before. It's a solid item on Skarner. I could have also gone for Wit's End. So right here, Ziggs gets a bit too cocky, completely out of position, and we're just going to delete him because that's how late game Ash plays. And right here, Shaco gets a bit too cocky as well, and Kassadin kills him. Now, yeah, Skarner's a pretty strong frontliner. He does a lot of damage, as you can see. Right here, we go on Ezreal, I flash Q him. And, yeah, I think we run. Yeah, here we run. I'm just trying to farm up the minions. Try to go for Renekton. Thresh is tickling me, and I decide to back. And this was the worst F ever. So yeah, right there, stupidest F ever. I just wanted to back, and I was like 0.5 seconds from backing, and I died, and the Kassadin disrespect right there, laughing. I think he does get... oh no, he actually survives this one. Pretty well played by Kassadin. Oof. And he actually dodges the Ezreal ult as well, so... pretty well played by Kassadin. I finished my Bilgewater Cutlass, and... yeah, so the offensive item, you don't necessarily need this. If the Ziggs was more of a threat, you'd probably see me with Spirit Visage or with Send if I wanted to go a bit more on the offensive side. But right now I do know the game is pretty much won. So we're just going to get the Baron. We're going to push the inhibs, win the game. So game is pretty much won. Right, and right here, this is the advantage of the ranged slow. I caught him. He's not going anywhere now because I have my Iceborne. And we have the chase potential that Zyra and Kassadin have. So in some aspects he's stronger. I still think he's a very good pick. People tend to underestimate him. And that's also good for you because when you play a champion no one knows about, you have better chances of success because people aren't expecting the damage coming from you. So yeah. So right here we aced them. Game's pretty much over. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Skarner commentary, and I'll see you guys in the Rift. Shakarez signing out.